To learn English faster, you need to be doing something every single day to get the results that you want. This is what differentiates those who learn English slower, and from those who learn English faster. They apply these different ways, these different techniques I'll be sharing in this video lesson to enable them to learn English faster so that they can speak more confidently, use a wide range of vocabulary, grammar, and phrases to have more meaningful conversations in English. Now, these ways for you to learn English fast, which I'll be sharing in this video lesson, you can do from anywhere. You can do them while traveling, on a lunch break, at home, but you need to be consistently using these tips on a daily basis. I recommend 30 minutes a day, but we'll go through this in detail now. If you're new here to my YouTube channel, my name's Adriana and I create lessons to help you improve your English, to boost your confidence, to finally become a confident English speaker. If you would like to improve your confidence, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you get the next lesson I post here on my YouTube channel. These tips I'll be talking about in this lesson have enabled me to learn the Croatian language a lot faster over the last few years. I've been implementing them on a daily basis, and I'm sure that these tips will help you learn English faster, better that you use these tips on a daily basis for a minimum of 30 minutes a day. Now, the first tip I have for you is to listen to music in English. Music has really helped me learn a lot of slang, to learn connected speech, to improve my pronunciation, because simply by listening to music, I have fun. So while driving, while in the car, we're not listening to music at the moment, but music really is a great way for you to hear and to see the language used naturally. What's also good about music is that you can sing along. So a lot of the times when I'm listening to music, I tend to sing out loud. One technique I've talked a lot about on my YouTube channel, you can find the link to that video up here, is a shadowing technique. This is basically a technique when you listen to somebody speak in English and you say out loud exactly what it is they are saying. Now, music is a great way to shadow English speakers. You are singing, but you are also immersing yourself in the English language, which is really important. Listen to music, sing out loud, and have some fun learning the English language. Now, if music isn't your thing, you don't really feel comfortable singing out loud, or you don't like listening to music, you could listen to podcasts. Listening to podcasts is a great way for you to learn some new information, maybe just to hear opinions about different topics, and simply to make English more a part of your daily routine. You could listen to podcasts, download them on your phone. Try to incorporate podcast listening maybe when you're driving, while you're doing some tasks which you don't really need to concentrate so much on, and you can listen to these episodes, and that way you won't even feel like you're studying English. Guys, the key is to make music and to make these podcasts just more of a habit, daily habit. Now, I did mention shadowing before when I talked about music. While you're listening to podcasts, it's also great to be shadowing. So if you hear some new phrases you've never heard of before, why not say them out loud? This is a great way to improve your pronunciation, to get some practice in, and who cares? If someone thinks you're crazy if you're doing this out loud, maybe do it by yourself if you really don't feel comfortable doing this in a public setting. But if you're by yourself at home, say it out loud. It will help you with your pronunciation, and also speaking will become more of a daily habit. That's what you want to get. You want to make English more of a daily habit that just comes naturally to you, like it does to us native speakers. Now, listening to music and listening to podcasts are great ways for you to get that immersion experience. So for you to be surrounded by the English language. But to learn English faster, you really need to be using the English language as much as possible. A great way to do this is to speak out loud to yourself. Now, before you think that, okay, I'm going to sound crazy when I do this, really guys, if you're driving, if you're at home by yourself, why not speak out loud to yourself in English? Talk about what you're going to do today, what you're going to do tomorrow, what you did yesterday. Share your thoughts out loud, listen to yourself, as this habit, it's a habit you need to develop, speaking. I know a lot of you don't have anybody to speak to in English, and by simply practicing speaking out loud to yourself, you'll be more comfortable with yourself, comfortable hearing yourself speaking in English, and this will help you be more confident when you do have to speak to other English speakers. Now guys, before we continue, if you're loving this lesson, please give this video some love by smashing that like button. show me that you'd like future lessons on this topic, smash that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get the next lesson that I post here on my YouTube channel. Now, if you really don't feel comfortable talking out loud to yourself in English, but maybe you have some family and friends who are also learning English, but English isn't their first language, start making it a habit to talk to them in English. Now, I know maybe in your family you use another language, maybe Spanish, maybe Croatian, maybe Russian or Vietnamese. Try and talk to them in English, develop this habit. Now, you don't have to be speaking with them in English all day, every day, but start with about 5 minutes a day. Challenge yourselves. For example, if you're driving, you're going on a road trip, maybe you're traveling to school or to work with a colleague, with a friend, tell them, hey, let's talk in English for about 5 minutes now so that we can train our brains to think a little bit faster and really challenge ourselves. Guys, these small tasks, by you challenging yourself for about 5 minutes, if 5 minutes is too much, try for 30 seconds, build it up the next day to a minute. It will get easier in time the more consistently that you do this. But if you don't start challenging yourself, it's really going to be hard for you to learn English faster because, simply put, you're not doing anything and you won't learn English fast. Now, you can even take this one step further. One thing that me and my husband really like to do when we're traveling while we're going for walks is to challenge ourselves with little tongue twisters. Now, we're going to give you an example. So while we're driving, we're looking at scenery, we're a little bit bored because maybe we don't have things to talk about, so we come up with some tongue twisters. This really helps me improve my pronunciation, intonation. I just get frustrated sometimes and I know what areas I need to work on. So Hubs, can you give me an example of a tongue twister so that I can demonstrate this?
Na štriku se suši šosić.
Okay, so na štriku se suši sausage. Na štriku se suši, how am I going?
Šosić.
Na štriku se sushi sausage. Na štriku se sushi sausage. Okay, so he says so. But basically, guys, by doing this, so I've listened to the tongue twister. I've embarrassed myself on YouTube. I said na štriku se sushi sausage. Na štriku se sushi. Na štriku se sushi. Okay, basically notice, guys, I'm identifying what pronunciation mistakes I have. I really do have a lot. But be also aware that tongue twisters are a little bit challenging. After this recording, I know we're going to be practicing this a little bit more. But then by doing this tongue twister, I know what areas I need to work on, what exercises I need to do with my mouth so I can better pronounce various sounds in the Croatian language. And this has really helped me drastically improve my pronunciation, my confidence speaking in various situations, and also overcome my fear of making mistakes and simply getting out of that awkward situation when I do make a mistake and, you know, the conversation just still has to keep going. Guys, I cannot stress how important it is for you to do something every single day, to do something consistently, be that even 10 minutes or 30 minutes if you can, if you do want to learn English faster. Promise you, if you do use these tips on a daily basis, start today. Start for about 10 minutes, work your way up. You'll see that you'll be able to learn English faster, you'll feel more confident, and you will finally speak English confidently and fluently. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, these tips have really helped me, and I really do hope that they will help you as well. Feel free to let me know in the comments below if you use any of these tips and how have they helped you improve your English. If you found this video lesson useful, make sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe and turn on notifications so that you get the next lesson that I post here on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, thanks for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next lesson. Bye for now.